tonight, it's just going to be probably a shorter Zoom meetup for those people who are most interested in having some questions answered about the rules. We've received some questions in advance, which Garth will go over as well. But on behalf of myself, Colin Geddes and Tess, this way.
Good evening, good afternoon.
Hi, everyone. Nice to see you all again. And I'd like to introduce you to Garth Reader. Garth, who is our race commissioner, he ran the Grand to Grand Ultra in one of the early editions in 2014. And he came back as a volunteer in 2015 and has been our race commissioner ever since 2016. So Garth has been a very loyal supporter of the event, and we've really valued his advice at the event. And particularly being race commissioner, Garth is extremely experienced, having participated at other races as well. So we're really pleased that he continues to be our race commissioner. So without further ado, I'd like to hand over to Garth. I think because it's a small group tonight, if people want to chip in, they can either use their the chat messaging in Zoom, or you can just put up your hand and ask a question to Garth. So Garth, let me hand it over to you.
Thanks, Colin. Good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in. We wanted to give everyone an opportunity to ask for rule clarification with the event. Typically, we have the rules have developed over the years enough that they're quite clear and to the point. However, there's some changes this year, particularly with the addition of the supported category and equipment requirements there that people are having questions on. And then there's always just the typical lost in translations, maybe, and understanding the whys and wherefores that we have some of these requirements. As I had mentioned earlier on some other meetings, the rules are there for multi-purposes. First and foremost is to keep everything fair and on a level playing field. Another reason for some of these rules is to help you finish the event. And then finally, other parts and other rules are here to make sure that the event can proceed in the future and we aren't getting crossways with permitting organizations and then general safety. With that, I'm going to basically open up the floor if people have some questions or concerns that they may have about any of the rules.
To get the ball rolling, Garth, maybe you want to answer some of those questions you received by email?
Yeah, okay. The first question I got was regarding for a supported runner, what equipment are they required to carry during the stage when they're competing? If you go to the equipment section on the website, the mandatory gear list is laid out there, and those are required for everyone. Now, for supported runners, there is some slight modifications to the mandatory gear list. First and foremost, you're not, repeat, not required to carry your sleeping pad or your sleeping bag during the stage. Now, if you are planning to sleep out on the long stage, you may want to bring them along. The lightweight down jacket or your fiber filled jacket. You're not required to carry that on any stage. However, on the long stage, you must have it with you. And then the calories that the individual should be carrying with them during the stage. For stages 1, 2, 4, and 5, they need to have 800 calories in their bag on their back. And on the long stage, they need to have 2,000 calories with them. All the other equipment is optional and at the discretion of the runner, you know, like a long sleeve shirt, or if you want to wear pants, bring your pants along with you, etc. So again, you have to have all the mandatory equipment, your headlamps, your red light, your poncho or waterproof jacket, your knife, your signal mirror, your whistle, you know, your emergency blanket, all that stuff, your water carrying, your blister kit, okay? Equipment checks for the supported runners to make sure they're following what they need to have with them. Okay, that was the first question. Let's see. Second question. This is relating to calories. How many calories are needed on the last stage? As we've talked earlier on some of these other Zooms, we are measuring calorie counts at the end of each stage. So when you cross the line on stage 5, you still need to have 2,000 calories with you. However many calories you carry the next day on stage 6, that's entirely up to you. But when you finish the day before, you need to have at least 2,000 calories. A third question, am I allowed to take photos with my friends at the camp with my cell phone? Yes, by all means. And then there was a question here. This isn't necessarily with regards to the rules, but they're asking if like mackerel or tuna style cans are allowed on the airplane, or if they should be in your check bags. If I was doing it, I'd be putting it in my check bags. Okay, those are the questions I've received. Previous questions I've gotten from several runners regarding their temperature limits on their sleeping bags. Again, if you go to the equipment section, there's a discussion about it, and there's also a write-up in the also on the website about sleeping bag selection. It needs to be rated for 0 Celsius. That can be an extreme rating. I would encourage you to have something a little warmer, you know, maybe something at a comfort limit or a minimum, but not an extreme. And you have to have the manufacturer's label intact or others provenance of that it will meet that. While we're talking about it, there's also the rules and regulations section in the website. I encourage you to go look through that, particularly the penalties section. Ignorance is not a defense, so you're responsible for understanding these. Some important ones I need to point out is littering isn't tolerated. Losing your equipment is considered littering, so don't lose your equipment. Muling or carrying food for other people, that's not allowed. making sure all your equipment is marked, all your food. That'll help with you to check in. Every year we get people that don't label their equipment and their food, and they spend an hour doing that when they could be relaxing with their friends. So those are some of the big ones there. There's a lot of silence out there, so I guess that everyone understands what's going on.
Garth, question about the country flag. Can it be on the armband so I can change shirts?
Mm,
I would, as long as it's displayed properly, I've never had that question before, so that's why I'm sort of hesitating about it.
yeah.
But I can see that now for supported runners that might have more than one shirt. Yeah, as long as it's on, if it's being displayed properly, it's not falling off and looks all ratty, I guess that would be okay.
Or could you not just take an extra one if you're taking a
Ooh, Collins froze up.
I think we lost him, right? Is it just me and you, Garth? I don't see anybody else.
I think we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Was there a question? I think we lost Colin.
Well, maybe as we're waiting, can I ask another question concerning patches?
Okay.
In terms of the grain to grain patch, is it when would those be issued, and what is the best way to get them to adhere?
They will be in your packet at pickup. And I believe Tess sent out an email not too long ago. They're iron on.
They are iron. Okay.
Yeah. And I think there's somebody who's going to be there at the check-in that can iron them on for you for a small donation. So.
Perfect.
Okay, we have a question here in the chat. Is toilet paper available in the toilets? Well, yes, it is. However, I would make sure you have some in your pack with you during the day. Okay.
Compared to the MDS, I don't know if you have experience with that. Are the toilets more robust than those at Marathon des Sables?
Toilets are toilets. They're not porta potties, but they're not just a hole in the ground either. They're a little different, somewhere in between.
Sorry guys, we're actually back. Sorry,
our internet went down there.
yeah. Sorry, is everyone still here?
Yeah, we're still here.
Good.
Okay.
You guys didn't, it was just us that got disconnected. Good.
Sorry about that. I can't see people. Hold on.
So I guess we have to answer Mike's question again. because he dropped out too, it looks like. Is it okay to put the country flag on an armband instead of the sleeve? And I had said, as long as it's being displayed properly per the rules, I think that would be okay. If you're going to have multiple shirts. Some people will put it on the each shirt that they bring. You know, if you had a long sleeve and a short sleeve. I have also done it for some of my other equipment. I've actually had Velcro on the sleeve, and then the patches have the corresponding Velcro to them so I could take them on and off. I've done that before in races too.
Yeah, I think I would still like to see it on the sleeve. And this year our patches are slightly different, and they will be easier to actually iron on because they're not as stiff as the previous ones. So you could just bring your shirts, and there will be somebody in Kanab during the race check-in that will do it for you, just for a small donation. She will be happy to help everyone, and that worked really well last year.
Hey, anything else? How's everybody's training going? Tried out all your food already? Ah, there's a lot of quietness out there. Well, Colin or Tess, do you have anything else?
No, okay, I'm back again. Sorry, it seems like I've gone on. I've turned off my Wi-Fi now. I think our Wi-Fi is really bad. I'm okay.
One thing I should say that we did change the rules last year regarding videos. So people who bring their iPhones they've always been able to take photographs, but they can take videos now as well. The only thing we don't allow is communication during the week. So you can't, upload photographs and videos, but you can take videos during the week and then, share them, they're memories for you after the race, or you can post them after the event. So the only thing we don't allow is the actual posting during the event itself. But we'll be, have our photographer and videographer there taking lots of footage, and a social media manager will be there as well. So they'll be posting lots and lots of content every day. And this year, for the first time, we haven't actually mentioned it on our website yet. We're planning to stream at the finish line. So we're planning to have Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi won't be available for the participants, but it'll be there. We will have a video at the finish line, so friends and family can see you finishing each day. And we're able to do this for the first time because we'll actually have a Starlink device, which we haven't had in the past. So most of the camps don't actually have access to a cell phone signal. So that'll be good this year. But yeah, I think that's the only changes from previous years.
Question to the tracking, is it available through the checkpoints or just at the end of the day to show people at home that I've survived the day, or
it's at the camps at the finish line. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so the finish line will be updating how people have performed every day. So at least once a day, depending on, and maybe now with the Starlink device, we might be able to send out partial results on social media during the day, but the formal official results will go out once in the evening at the end of each stage.
Mhm.
And the social media account to track for others will be published on your website or linked on your website, or how do they get to the info?
It'll
What's
be
the best
on,
way to share it for others?
it's our Facebook page.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Facebook page, which is accessible to the public and everyone, that's where people, so if you've got friends and family, please don't ask them to try and join the Facebook group. The Facebook group is private. It's only for competitors and alumni, but the Facebook page is the one that's open to the public. And what we always recommend is that your friends and family should like the page, and you can actually go on and prioritize it. So if people are very active on Facebook, obviously they're getting lots of things in their news feed. So if they prioritize that page, then every time there's an update, they're more likely to see it. So it's the Facebook page that where all the updated information is going to be going out, and that'll be getting updated multiple times every day.
There's one question.
Rachel Parker, the VIP package.
Wrong race.
Yeah. Bring lots of sense of humor with you to the race. You'll need it.
Yep.
I think Chris can give you foot massage and back rub, right? Chris? Where is he?
So any other questions?
Any other rules questions? Yes, Eddie.
Hey, Eddie.
For family that wants to attend the last day, will there be directions sent out?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, we've got detailed directions, which will go out the week before.
Yeah.
And basically we encourage people to come to the finish line. It's their only opportunity really on the course. I mean, we do have for locals, an opportunity to see the participants come through a section of best friends halfway through the long stage. But other than that, the best place for friends and family is to come to the finish line. It's allowing about 1 to 1.5 hours drive from Kanab to get there. And hopefully we've only had in 10 years of running the race, there's only been 1 year where we failed to get our finish line because we had a thunderstorm, and it was pretty much inaccessible. But 90% of the time we would expect you to get to the finish line. So we will be sending out those directions, as I said, at least a week before the finish itself.
Yeah, I'll send an email beforehand, and if you have friends and family coming to the finish line, just request and I'll send it to you. Any more questions? Looks like this is a quick, short evening.
Short and sweet. Well, anyway, this will be, as usual, recorded, and we'll put it up on the website for people who didn't attend. They can now listen to this. And of course, if there's any further questions, I mean, as Garth was saying, the rules are pretty comprehensive. The website's comprehensive. So we're pretty confident that after 10 years, any questions that people have got can just be answered by reading the website. But if there is anything even after reading the website, that you need it answered, please send us an email, and either Garth or Tess and myself will be happy to answer it. And you all don't know, you don't need to look so worried. It's actually good fun. It's going to be nice and hot in the desert with lots of cactus waiting for you.
And cold at night. And you'll be hungry.
But we got a
Nobody's
special.
smiling.
Yeah. We've got a new location for awards dinner this year, so it's something for you to look forward to when you're on the course.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, I'll bring it to an end now, Tess, unless you or Garth have anything else to say. We'll bring it to a close now. Is that okay?
I just say,
Very good.
get
Tess?
prepared. We'll see you pretty soon.
Thank you for
See
taking
you
the
guys.
time, and keep training. Okay. Well, like I always say,
Train hard, get to the start line injury free. You'll be good.
Thank you, will do.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
All
Take
right.
care.
Thank you. Cheers.
Bye.